This whole talk about age makes me uncomfortable. I think it's the wrong road to go down. She says people, politicians or something are not in their prime. Nikki Haley isn't in her prime. Sorry. When a woman is considered to be in her prime in her 20s and 30s and maybe 40s.
What are you talking? Wait.
That's not according to me.
Prime for what?
It depends. I mean, it's just like prime. If you look it up, it'll say, if you Google when is a woman in her prime, it'll say 20s, 30s, and 40s.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it looks like we have some breaking news. One I am surprised about, the other not so much. So we have Tucker Carlson, who it's been reported has left Fox News. Now we're not sure under which circumstances, but he has left Fox News with immediate effect. I mean, there was no goodbye, there was no last show, no explanation as of yet. Don Lemon, it's been confirmed that he has been fired from CNN, and obviously it wasn't surprising. In fact, it was surprising that he had managed to keep his job for as long as he did. And the most recent controversy was his interview with Vivek Ramaswamy, where he basically dismissed him. Okay, obviously you disagree politically, but to dismiss him, as an Indian American just because he's not black.
War to talk about black Americans. That war was not fought for black people to have guns. That's not.
That war was fought for black people to have freedoms in this country. Yeah. Actually, that's why the Civil War was fought.
Okay.
And the sad part about it.
That wasn't fought for black people to have guns, I think.
Actually, you know, funny fact is, black people did not get to enjoy the other freedoms until their Second Amendment rights were secured. And I think that's one of the lessons that we learned.
Black people aren't allowed to enjoy the freedoms.
I disagree with you on that, Don. I disagree with you. And I think you're doing a disservice to our country by failing to recognize the fact that we have equality before the law.
And you live in this country, then you can disagree with me. But we're not. You mentioned in here that we have three different shades of melanin.
Don, I think we have to be able to talk about these issues in the open, regardless of the color of our skin.
To dismiss the fact that his skin is darker than yours, Don, and you basically condescendingly said, whatever race you are. I mean, it was terrible. And, many would argue that it was bordering on racist. If you were a white man who said that, whatever race you are, dismissively, you would definitely be called a racist. So maybe that was the final straw, even though it was against a conservative, but still. And then he got away with his comments that many would regard as misogynistic, basically saying that Nikki Haley is over the hill, or what did he say? Past her prime. And what did he have to do? Go on sensitivity training after taking, a leave of absence. So, that was pretty embarrassing. And the fact is, what I didn't like about his exchange with Vivek was him putting on this persona of some poor oppressed black man, when in fact you are more privileged and you earn more than 99% of people in this country, including white people, who you would claim are more privileged than you. He is obviously part of the elite. He got to keep his job for as long as he did, probably because you are a black gay man, yet you were acting like you were oppressed in an attempt to convince the rest of us that we are oppressed, that we don't have the same rights as anyone else in this country. And every time these people do this, they can never say, what is it that black people can't do in this country that white people can, or that anyone else can? They're never able to answer that question. But anyway, so, he's gone, and let's take a look at the reason why. So CNN fired Don Lemon on Monday. Today, the former CNN host said in a statement, "I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN." Lemon said in a statement, "I am stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have had the decency to tell me directly, wow. At no time was I ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network." He continued, "It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and the many teams I have worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented journalists in the business, and I wish them all the best," he added. And, this story is ongoing, so when I find out more, I will let you know. But it wouldn't surprise me if he, perhaps might accuse them of racism now, since he is an oppressed black man. And over to Fox News. Tucker Carlson is gone. It doesn't say fired. It's not as blatant as the Don Lemon story. But it seems that it's very sudden also. So Tucker Carlson out at Fox News Channel. Tucker Carlson, Fox News Channel's biggest primetime star, has left the cable news giant. Fox News Media and Tucker Carlson have agreed to part ways. Fox News said in a statement, "We thank him for his service to the network as a host and prior to that as a contributor." The network said Carlson has already hosted his last episode of Tucker Carlson Tonight. Oh. Mr. Carlson's last program was Friday, April the 21st. The statement continued. Fox News Tonight will air live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, starting this evening at an interim show. Wow, so at least they had the decency to issue a statement and to thank him for his work there, unlike in Don Lemon's case. But again, this seemed very sudden, and it almost indicates that perhaps he was let go, because it's not as if they found the replacement and he left, saying that he's found a better opportunity and, said goodbye to the viewers. It's just he's gone. So, but who knows? We don't know for sure. Carlson was almost always at the top of the ratings in prime time, drawing a massive audience that often dwarfed several of his competitors combined. As the Daily Wire previously reported, Carlson's show in reruns often eclipsed the audience of original programming at other networks. And former CNN media reporter Brian Stelter, who often commented on Carlson's coverage on his own show, called the move earth-shattering. It really is. He then said in a series of tweets that the most striking news coming out of Carlson's exit was the fact that he was not going to have a farewell show. Yes. I mean, this is the start of the Fox News network. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch any news. I think they're all the same. I'm glad they're more conservative leaning, but I don't sit down and watch them all day, contrary to what ladies of The View say, that conservatives just sit down and watch Fox News all day. But, I watched Tucker Carlson. I liked Tucker Carlson. I liked his approach. I thought he did a good job with the January 6th footage. I was really impressed with that. And yeah, so this is really shocking to me. So Brian tweeted, Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News, effective immediately. This is an earth-shaking moment in cable news. The biggest tell in Fox News' press release about Tucker Carlson's exit is that he is not getting a final show, no chance to say goodbye on his own terms, or point people to his next home. Fox News says Carlson's last program was on April the 21st. And Stelter went on to say that Fox News, without Carlson, might have more difficulty negotiating with potential distributors. Yes, absolutely. Tucker Carlson became, for a time, bigger than Fox News. His disappearance will ripple through Fox, the wider TV world, and the GOP. One of the biggest impacts is money. Fox is pushing for higher carriage fees from distributors right now, and without Tucker, Fox has less leverage. So again, it makes me wonder why. Did he decide to just leave suddenly, or, was he pushed? What is the reason? In my Cardi B voice. The popular host's abrupt exit comes just under a week after the network settled a lawsuit with Dominion Voting Systems for just under $800 million, narrowly avoiding a trial in which Carlson would have been expected to testify. Does that have something to do with it? The news of Carlson's departure comes just a week after syndicated talk radio host and former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino announced that he was leaving Fox News, citing a breakdown in contract negotiations. Folks, regretfully, last week was my last show on Fox News on the Fox News network, Bongino said on his podcast at the time. So, Tucker Carlson, on the other hand, has not released any, public statement regarding the move, and we're yet to hear from him. So I don't know what's going on with their networks. We've got CNN, Fox News, both getting rid of, at least with Fox News' case, their biggest star. Over at CNN, it's gone downhill, over the last few weeks. He just seems to be unhappy with the change in the lineup on that show. He didn't adjust, perhaps, to having a new co-host. he does seem a little angry, you know, at times. So, you know, it seemed in that case it had been coming for a while. But Tucker Carlson, I did not see it coming. It came out of nowhere. And why would they get rid of their biggest star? So let me know what you think. Share your reaction to this shocking news below. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.